Start with James Ham.
Hey, what's up, Bass?
What's going on, boss?
I guess first and foremost, how are you feeling? Any chance you play today?
Feeling a lot better. Definitely not gonna play tonight. It's a big picture game for me. Taking the day at a time. Still showing up and waking up in the morning trying to see if it's ready to go. But it's just a little delicate situation, especially with the situation I'm in. Just thinking about the future right now.
When you look at the way this whole thing has played out, just what's the biggest thing for you that stands out that's disappointing that you guys weren't able to accomplish?
I don't really think it was disappointing, man. It's just not how I choose to look at things. We came down here with aspirations of getting into the playoffs, and it was just little things that we didn't do that didn't secure our future in there. So, it's a learning experience, and I think De'Aaron Fox with his team has been a very, very bright spot. His leadership on the floor, how well he's played, throughout all the games. As far as the future of the Sacramento Kings, I think is really in really good hands with number 5. So, it's plenty of bright spots you can take away from this. The emergence of DeQuan Jeffries down the road, it's a lot of people, Alex Lynn getting out there and playing, and it's just a lot of things that you can take away from this that can keep the vibes and the positivity moving forward for the franchise.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Bass. Having not played in these, in these last two games, do you see anything different that maybe you didn't see on the floor that you can kind of put your finger on as to maybe what's been missing?
It's just experience. I think a lot of this game now is just understanding the game, understanding your schemes defensively and offensively, what you're trying to get accomplished each possession. I just think we've had a lot of mental lapses just defensively with small things, and it just comes with playing. Understanding what the other team is trying to get you to accomplish. Understand who you're guarding. When the pick and roll's on the other side of the court. With a player like Zion, understanding to be pulled over early and not late. With a guy like J.J. Redick, just making sure you stand attached to his body. It's just little things that down the stretch against San Antonio. When they would put Belly in the pick and roll, how can we do a better job of helping him out on an island against DeMar DeRozan, to ensure a win. So it's just little things, man, that we're right there. But in an 8-game sprint, it just shows the importance of every game. A lot of people, you look at an 82-game season and guys have off nights, but in an 8-game sprint, it's no off nights. You got to give it on both ends, and I think that's the biggest thing we can take away from all this.
Yeah, and kind of along those lines, in looking at this opportunity you guys had, for so many of these guys, it was kind of going to be a playoff experience before a playoff push. And from that standpoint, was it kind of eye-opening? Was it kind of like maybe they're not ready for prime time, so to speak?
You're never not ready. I think if you get into the moment, if you get into the opportunity, I think a lot of guys will rise to the occasion. And I think that's what De'Aaron Fox did down here. Just showing, his dominance at points and times, and being the most athletic guy on the floor. And it is so much that, and not just, single him out, because I'm just proud of what he's done down here. And, we can get him locked in defensively and really use his athleticism on both ends of the floor. I think you're looking at a dominant impact. But if you get certain guys in situations where they have the, sink or swim, and, they use, whatever motivation they have inside of them to, be successful. And, I think that's a winning recipe. And I think all the guys down here on this team, so Coach, all these guys on this team are going to, learn from this opportunity down here.
Just a couple more. Jason Jones.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
What's going on?
I know you talked about this kind of the details and the little things it takes, to get to the playoffs and excel at that level of play. Is it a thing sometimes that you can talk about it, but until a player actually goes through it, like with the team's going through now, you really can't truly explain what it's like until they actually go through it?
No doubt. I think we could have moved the ball a lot better offensively. I don't think we played terrible defense down here, but when you come up with consecutive empty possessions offensively, and the way the teams are shooting the ball down here, it's just hard to kind of keep up with that. The best teams down here are getting stops, every night, and I think that's important. But it's like I say, man. I mean, I haven't had an enormous amount of time to kind of sit back and reevaluate the team's performance. But like I said, man, I really think we learned a lot. I think from top to bottom, I think we all learned a lot. We learned a lot about each other, and so, Coach, we're just gonna keep moving forward. It's unfortunate that we didn't get in because if the season didn't end, then this could be a totally different situation with the way we have been playing. But that also shows that that time away from the game can really shake things up. So look for an exciting finish down there for sure.
And I know you've known Luke for a little bit. Just how has he kind of managed you guys through this situation and tried to keep you guys engaged for these last couple of games?
He's Luke is even keel. That's what I like about him, especially with a young team. He doesn't really show his hand. Really good at controlling his emotions. Even though it can be frustrating just watching sometimes. Because I hadn't been a part of the last 2 games and just kind of watching. You just see stuff that is so small. And that's what can be frustrating. It's just little things. Guys being in the right position or coming out of a timeout. How well can we execute? Can we get a great shot? Those are the things that probably keep him up at night. So, with every game, we've, except the outside the Orlando Magic game, we had a chance to kind of win there. So it's tough, man. It's it got to be hard being the head coach. I can imagine. Like I said, as a player, you can kind of go out and take your frustrations out on, through playing or whatever. But as a coach, sitting over there, you're somewhat helpless, and all you can do is the best you can. I feel like he's done that.
Last one, Jason Anderson. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, Baze.
What's up, boss?
Hey, man. These questions about the little things, the details, the lapses. Is it the offense you're running, the defensive stuff? Is it pretty complex? Is it difficult to master, or is there some other explanation?
I mean, I honestly think the offense is really, really good. As long as guys start getting comfortable in it and understanding how they can control the game. As a playmaker, making plays for other guys, setting good screens. If you're coming off a pin down, just the small things that kind of open up the floor, open up opportunity for other players and get players playing to their strengths. I think it's a really good offense with the freedom that he gives the guys. It allows you to be the best you can. So I think as guys kind of understand the game, like I said earlier, understand the game, understand how other teams are starting to guard you, we can really, and broaden our imagination. Even at 5-0, you can just kind of see that the younger guys don't really have the imagination, when they come off. And, if I'm a player like Buddy, I know, 2 people are going to, jump out on me. So let me hit the big real quick. He's going down the middle and he can make a play for somebody else. Just small things like that are really, really elevate this team. You've seen glimpses of it where the ball's been moving. We've had, 23s in a couple games this year. So that's just not, a lot of catch and shoot. A lot of that is the hockey assist. A lot of that is the extra pass, good to great. We continue to do that night after night after night. And, with the court spacing that we have with all the shooting, and we got De'Aaron putting pressure on the rim, I think, the sky's the limit.
Okay. I appreciate that answer, Baze. Thank you. Also, looking at the summer or whatever you want to call it for you, how do you and your agent approach the off season? And, what are your thoughts about Sacramento and the possibility of coming back?
Right now, man, I got to get home and get ready for a home birth. So I'm going to take care of that first. just reunite with my family and go from there, man. It's one thing at a time with me, especially being away for the past 8 weeks, 9 weeks, whatever, how long it's been. I'm just, really excited to get back and hold my son and kiss my wife and love on her for a couple of days, and then I'll see what happens. But right now, man, I'm just, we all need a break.